This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Taking in the view tonight, quiet skies and dry roads, but the picture could change in a major way by tomorrow night with a wintry mix just in time for the new work week. It's a Storm Team 6 alert day as we look ahead to a winter storm watch for Sunday. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Nicole Griffin in the tracking center with meteorologist Kyle Mounts. Kyle, we're kind of ending a Saturday. It's cloudy, not too bad outside, but you're tracking a system coming our way.
Yeah, we've got a system that's going to be rolling in here about 24 hours, a little later than that here. There's the winter storm watch, which you can see encompasses much of central Indiana, goes into effect 7 p.m. tomorrow. So about 25 hours from now. Does include the Indianapolis area through Muncie, back through Terre Haute, around Brazil. And it goes all the way until 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, because we're talking about not just one, but possibly 2 rounds of wintry weather coming our way. The first round arriving as we get into Sunday evening. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow with that system by Monday morning. The second round then would be quick on its heels, arriving by Monday afternoon. Right now you can see the clouds, just a couple of very light radar returns there south of the North Vernon area. The rest of us just dealing with those cloudy gray skies. Temperatures made their way into the 40s. Muncie still holding on to the 40s there, but the rest of us already in the 30s. And with that northwest breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour, our wind chills are going to start falling off into the 20s. Our actual temperature 32 degrees by 10 o'clock. More on that Sunday snow timeline in just a few minutes.
All right, Kyle, thank you. Indianapolis Department of Public Works crews say they are ready to roll if winter weather comes. Starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow, 80 plow truck drivers will work 12-hour shifts to begin pre-treating streets. Once plow trucks start pre-treating the roads, the Indy Snow Force Viewer, an online system which allows people to track plow trucks, will be activated. Remember, you can always call the Mayor's Action Center at 317-327-4622 to report any issues.
I'm Graham Hunter, and we're in Speedway tonight where a family is in need of some big-time help. This home burned here on Thursday. It's in unlivable condition right now. That means that the 2 people who live here are in need of some serious help. These are some images from when the fire happened on Thursday. The fire burned primarily upstairs around midnight, and the folks who lived here fortunately caught it and called the fire department, who was able to put it out, but all the water and smoke damaged most of their personal items inside. Mark McCammon lives here. He joins us now. Mark, thanks for being with us tonight. I appreciate it. What are you guys in most in need of right now?
I tell you, it's just prayers. I think there's a lot of it. It's been very tough on us, with my mother especially, and trying to housing is probably a big thing. We won't be able to come back into our home for at least probably 90 days, and not having anywhere to stay has been tough, just trying to figure out what we're going to do on that part of it.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Mark. I appreciate that. Tonight at 11, we'll have more on how you can help this family in need here around the holidays. Working for you from the West Side, Graham Hunter, RTV6.
Graham, thank you. Developing tonight, Lafayette police are investigating a man's death as a homicide after they found him inside a home. This happened in the 600 block of Alabama Street just after 2 p.m. Friday. The victim's name has not been released. At this time, police do not believe there is any danger to the public stemming from this incident, but they want to hear from anyone who might have information on what happened. At least 5 of the Democratic presidential candidates may need to head back to Washington for the Senate impeachment trial of President Trump, taking them away from the campaign trail. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott with the latest.
The historic vote on articles of impeachment against President Trump took less than 10 minutes.
Adjourned. The House Judiciary Committee has voted articles of impeachment against the president for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
Every Democrat voting for impeachment, aye. Every Republican against.
No.
The charges now go to the full House for a vote, expected on Wednesday, then on to a trial in the Republican-controlled Senate.
It will become the business of the Senate after the first of the year. Senators will all be in their chairs, including those running for president.
Those 5 senators will have to take a break from campaigning and return to Washington just weeks before the Iowa caucuses. I spoke with one voter in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who says she supports impeaching the president.
The current president is not good for our country right now. I feel that way personally.
She and other Democratic voters expressed concern over the division in Washington and across the country.
I think that we need to settle down, forget our differences, and concentrate on what we have in common.
We aren't red or blue states. We are the United States, and we all have to be united. And a house divided cannot stand.
The 7 Democrats who qualified for the 6th presidential debate scheduled for this coming Thursday will not participate if an ongoing labor dispute is not resolved, all announcing they will not cross the union's picket line. Rachel Scott, ABC News, Pittsburgh.
Rachel, thank you. Bad news tonight for shoppers in Columbus. Kohls is closed and will remain closed likely until early next week. Take a look at this mess here. The Columbus Fire Department says a faulty sprinkler was activated and water started spraying out from the ceiling near the cashier area of the store. This eventually caused the ceiling to collapse and the water drenched the merchandise by the registers. Columbus Fire says the entrance was flooded with about a ½ inch of water. Firefighters were able to turn off the water flow, but now, as you see, there's a big mess to clean up. Tonight, a Metro police officer shot and attacked 7 months ago has not been cleared to return to duty. While he recovers from his injuries, he joined dozens of area law enforcement officers in an annual act of community giving. Our Rafael Sanchez reports.
A record 350 families are benefiting from the Indy FOP Shop with a Cop.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you, too.
Officer Eric Rosenbaum wanted to be here. He's still recovering after being shot and attacked on the job in May.
A lot of times when we come into contact with people, it's not on the best terms or, could be the worst day of their life. But being able to do something like this, it's rejuvenating not only for us, but for the kids to be able to come together.
We've got some snow pants and we've got
children too young to attend or in foster care had officers as their personal shoppers, filling clothing and toy requests at the Meijer on Southport Road.
Every year it keeps multiplying, and I think what happens is people see the smiles on the kids' faces. They hear the stories from our officers and the impact that it has on them.
Each child that went shopping with an officer also packed one of these boxes of food now being wrapped. Each box will go to a senior in need this holiday season.
Unconditional love for them and their families is the best gift we could give someone this time of year.
After shopping, kids took a ride with their officer to Life Point Church for lunch and to play. A snapshot of a day built on the generosity of giving. Working for you in Indianapolis, Rafael Sanchez, RTV6.
Great story, Rafael. Thank you. Well, the kids in attendance today packed 100 boxes to be distributed by the Midwest Food Bank. Officers will pass out gifts to children unable to attend today's event. Tonight, 38 families in Hamilton County now have Christmas presents under their tree, thanks to the hours of shopping and gift wrapping by local volunteers. It was quite the sight to see this morning at Wasson Nursery in Fishers. 340 volunteers dedicated their Saturday to buying gifts and wrapping presents for families in need. It's all put on by the Secret Families Charity Christmas Charity. The group started back in 2004 after a husband and wife agreed to buy gifts for a struggling family instead of each other. 15 years later, the charity delivers Christmas to almost 400 families in Delaware County and 6 other counties in central Indiana. The organization recently expanded to Hamilton County, where they say some people believe there isn't a need, but they say 10,000 kids receive free or reduced lunches in the county, and over 12,000 people fall below the poverty line.
There's lots of people that move here just because they want to have good schools, safe communities for their kids, even though it might be harder for them to pay for everything, so they still have needs that aren't met. So it's nice for us to be able to help give back to those families.
This is our Christmas because the pleasure is in watching these families receive the gifts. Truly, the delivery is where the emotion happens, but we take our secret name very seriously, so we will not put our families in a situation of being embarrassed or in judge.
After wrapping the presents, the volunteers loaded up vans and set out to deliver the presents. They also provided real decorated Christmas trees to families who did not have a tree. They estimate spending $19,000 this morning to help local families have a Merry Christmas. Coming up here on the news at 6 o'clock, uncovering new pieces of the puzzle, what investigators are learning about the suspects in that deadly shooting attack in New Jersey. A porch pirate did something unusual. Not only did they steal something, they also left a thank you note. Well, the victim has a little message of her own for that person and others who try to steal. Kyle.
We talked about the snow coming our way, but we've also got another blast of some cold air coming into central Indiana. I'll get you ready for those highs back in the 20s. You're watching RTV6 News at 6.
At purple.com/TV. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
The latest now on the New Jersey shootings investigation. The FBI recovered a white van with a possible connection to the case. This comes as another victim is being laid to rest. More now from Stephanie Ramos.
The FBI has recovered this 2001 white Ford van, possibly connected to the Jersey City shootings this past Tuesday. Authorities believe 47-year-old David Anderson and 50-year-old Francine Graham lived in the van after being evicted from their apartment. Police believe the two were members of the Black Israelites, an anti-Semitic group. New Jersey lawmakers met with religious leaders on Friday.
Come together and find as much common ground as we possibly can so that light wins out over darkness.
Authorities say Anderson and Graham are prime suspects in connection with the murder of an Uber driver in Bayonne. Michael Roomberger's body was found December 7th in the trunk of his car. He had been shot in the head. His family is still pleading for answers.
I'm just really upset the fact that they're not here and I can't even get any answers to anything.
New York Police Detective Joe Seals, investigating that murder, encountered the suspects at this cemetery. Authorities say Anderson and Graham killed the officer before driving a mile to this Jewish market. 3 people inside that store were also killed. Owner Mindy Ferenz and customer Moshe Deutsch, members of the Jewish Orthodox community. Their funerals were both held on Wednesday. The community gathering this evening to remember the 3rd victim, Douglas Miguel Rodriguez, who came to the United States from Ecuador 3 years ago. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
Stephanie, thank you. A Georgia man who slapped a reporter on her backside while she was live on the air is now facing charges. Thomas Calloway was arrested Friday and charged with sexual battery. He can be seen on camera slapping Alex Bozargian as she covered a race on a bridge in Savannah, Georgia. Calloway was a runner in that race. He apologized to Bozargian Thursday in an interview that aired on the TV station that employs her. Calloway is a husband and a father. He has been released on a $1,300 bond. Package theft isn't uncommon this time of year, but a Minnesota woman not only found herself victimized by a porch pirate, she also got a snarky note from the thief. The note thanked Hillary Smith for letting them steal her package, and it was signed by the new owner of your package.
I do appreciate a nicely crafted thank you note, but this is ridiculous. I was angry and confused and quite flabbergasted that somebody would actually leave a thank you note when they steal a package.
Smith immediately posted a thank you note on social media. Police now want to know if anyone else in St. Paul received a note like that. Smith now has a decoy package on her porch, and inside, let's just say it's a little gift from her dog. I like the end of that story, Kyle.
Yeah, come back, right? All right. Well, as we go through the next 24 hours, our weather is going to change. It's nice and quiet and great weather to get out there and enjoy lights at the Brickyard, and a lot of people are doing that this evening from the comfort of their car because it is a little chilly. 38 degrees on the thermometer. That wind, though, out of the west around 15 miles per hour is driving the feels-like number into the upper 20s in the city. Feels like 29, feels like 35 for you in Columbus, and we've got those wind chill numbers in the lower 20s in Lafayette with an actual number of 31. Tonight, mostly cloudy. We're going to keep it dry with temperatures dropping back into the lower 20s to start off our Sunday, and you're going to notice more of a chill in the air on Sunday. May actually see a little bit of sunshine to start the day. Those clouds will be pretty pretty quick to build back in here, though, with numbers in the lower to middle 30s. And you notice that chance for some snow shower activity should hold off until we get into our Sunday evening. So much of Sunday is going to be dry and no travel problems for any of the errands you might need to run. 36 in Columbus, 32 in Lafayette, and 33 in Muncie and Richmond. All right, let's get you into that timeline now for the arrival of the snow. This is TrueCast, 5:30 tomorrow evening. Got plenty of cloud cover. There you start to see that leading edge of the snow shower activity. And this system is going to move in from the southwest, overspreading the area basically near and south of Interstate 70 by 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. We go into the overnight hours, especially around midnight. And one thing I want to notice here is that we've got this sharp cutoff to the northern edge. So some locations like Logansport, Peru, may not see much of anything out of this system. The track's still a little bit in question. Looks like most of the snow falls overnight Sunday. Still could have some snow showers lingering into our Monday morning, though. At this point, looks like we could see from around Crawfordsville, Tipton, Muncie to the south 1 to 3 inches of snow by Monday morning, 1 to 2 for some northern areas, and again around Logansport, Peru, maybe less than an inch with that snow system. Then a brief break early on Monday. Then as we get into the afternoon, temperatures warming into the middle 30s and a wintry mix will return. So I think some of that initial 1 to 3 inches of snow will melt, but then Monday afternoon into Monday night, we could see another 1 to 3 inches of snow across parts of central Indiana. So an active couple of days coming our way. 7-day planning forecast after we get rid of the snow here on Tuesday morning. Highs are only in the 20s and lows back in the teens there by early Wednesday. We'll warm it up, though, back around 40 by Friday and Saturday.
That Monday morning commute doesn't sound too fun.
Could be a little bit slick there, and again into the evening commute too.
Okay, thank you, Kyle. Well, video doorbells are a hot holiday gift. We're helping you find your best option and helping you keep your camera secure once you get one.
Happy hunting.
Package theft is a big problem, especially this time of year, and it may have you thinking about gifting a video doorbell or buying one for yourself. Annie Taylor looks at the top options.
Just being able to see my surroundings and outside and what's going on when I'm not capable of always looking out front.
Safety and security is #1 for Mom Haley McDonald. She runs a business out of her home. Haley receives packages nearly every day. And with package theft happening more frequently, Haley decided to purchase a video doorbell.
Someone's at the front door.
The biggest benefit of a video doorbell is simply peace of mind.
Dan Raklowski with Consumer Reports says if you're thinking about buying a video doorbell, there are 4 top options, all offering different features. First up, the Google Nest Hello, selling for around $229.
The Google Nest Hello offers the fastest response time. That means the time it takes from when someone presses the doorbell or motion is detected to when you get an alert on your smartphone.
Next, the WiseNet Cam D1, also selling for around $229.
Offers the best video quality of any of the models we've seen, which, very important if you want to see who's snooping around.
And the August Doorbell Cam Pro offers a feature that most do not.
It offers what's called color night vision. So usually when you see night vision, it'll be in black and white. But this model, it has a built-in floodlight, so it lights up whoever's there at the door, which is kind of nice, and will give you a cleaner video in the dark.
But if you don't have a doorbell, Ring Doorbell 2 for $129 will be your best option because it's battery-powered.
It's one of the few doorbells you can buy that has a built-in battery, and that's great because not all homes have doorbell wiring.
Both Dan and Haley say if you're considering purchasing a video doorbell and want to store the video that's recorded off your device, there is a monthly fee, typically charging around $5 to $10 a month to store.
It always feels good just to feel so comfortable at your house and just to know what's going on.
I'm Annie Taylor reporting.
Believe. We've got everything else you need.
Today, local chefs paired up with Indiana craft breweries for a great cause. The 12 Chefs of Christmas was held upstairs at the Indianapolis City Market. Each chef created a menu item meant to be paired with a specific beer from their partner brewery. Those who attended got to sample both the food and the beer.
We were paired with Moontown Brewery from Whitestown and featuring their Vienna Lager. Their beer is called the Viennese Mouth Music. And so we were considering that beer and what the flavors profiles were. And we did what we were calling a holiday pear. It's a poached pear. We use actually their Vienna Lager and the poaching liquid.
I mean, it's all local chefs, local breweries, and so it's awesome to support the people that live in our community.
The 12 Chefs of Christmas event is the Indianapolis City Market's largest fundraiser of the year. They say it would not be possible to provide the dining, gathering, and event space without community support from fundraisers like this one. That sounds like my type of event.
Nice way to spend a Saturday afternoon for sure. All right, well, tomorrow we've got some pretty nice weather for most of the day, considered what's coming our way. We'll have clouds around. Temperatures will be colder in the lower to middle 30s for that afternoon high, but especially as we get to sunset and beyond, that's when snow will overspread the area. Could see 1 to 3 inches by Monday morning, another 1 to 3 into Tuesday.
Okay, Kyle, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us here at 6 o'clock. We'll see you tonight at 11.